Welcome to Next Topic Podcast, where the only rule is to stay on topic and no topic is off limits. Today's date is May the 26th.
Yes.
And, losing track of time, y'all. Today is also day 1001 of Shelter in Place. Mm-hmm. My name is Lo. I'm joined by the other three.
The other three, girl. We are the three.
A beautiful Cameron.
The Beth.
And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about Onlyfans, sex working, selling sex online, all of that jazz.
Right, the whole sex economy of the United States.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is apparently booming now.
Big money.
So, Roshad, why don't you go ahead and kick us off?
Yes.
On the topic.
So before we get real deep into it, let's come up with a little definitions. So, do anyone know what a sex worker is?
Yeah.
So who want to tell me what a sex worker is? Matter of fact, y'all probably already know because y'all well versed in this economy. So I'm gonna just tell y'all the definition.
Hold on.
Wait, whoa.
The definition of a sex worker by the World Health Organization is women, men, transgender people who receive money or goods in exchange for sexual services and who consciously define those activities as income generating, even if they do not consider sex work as their occupation. So that is what a sex worker is.
Okay. Which leads us to this OnlyFans topic, which people are using for sex work. So if you don't know what OnlyFans is, OnlyFans is a subscription-based platform where people like you and I and anyone can post content, right? It's not intended for you to post sex-related content. However, that's how it's being used. Certainly a lot nowadays. And they don't have any restrictions. So it's kind of set up for that sort of thing. So I can make a pay. It is. If you don't place any restrictions on your platform, people are going to.
It's like a Patreon. It was set up.
No, but I'm just saying, like, the fact that you don't put any restrictions on it, what do you think people are going to do? Because they were already doing that with other platforms.
So when was OnlyFans created?
OnlyFans was created, I believe, like in 2016.
2016.
So it created in 2016.
I don't think they created to be like, oh, yeah, motherfuckers gonna put sex on here and we gonna make hella money as a local porn site.
Come through.
No, I don't think that's the case. However,
but
you understand that is like that's a revenue stream, and by not implementing any safeguards to prohibit that from being on your site, I feel like it says a lot. Like, we're not going to, like, they're trying to maximize the revenue that they could get. So it's like, we're not going to cut that off.
Right. And one of the reasons that OnlyFans has become like so popular this day and age is because of the pandemic. It's because people can't prostitute anymore. They can't walk these streets because you can catch corona when you go into very close contact with anyone. Also, people can't go to strip clubs anymore. Even though I know some people love their strip club, you can't go, and bust it anymore. And you eat your chicken wings and throw that money because strip clubs are very close quarters. Right. And also, the porn industry is suffering right now, like any other like film industry, because like you can't make any new films. So a lot of people have gone to OnlyFans because that's their only outlet and only form to make revenue, because you can do that by yourself by just setting up a webcam.
But I imagine also people who are racing the OnlyFans and setting up, their own accounts aren't just people who were doing sex work before this.
No,
there's a lot of, I was going to say regular, but sex workers are regular people too. But there's a lot of people with, traditional 9-to-5 jobs who are now out of work, and they're like, well, shoot, let me bust it open on the internet and get some money.
Extra cash flow.
It open.
You said what?
Not all of them is busting it open. Like,
Okay, I might be exaggerated, but y'all get.
You are. Where they just wearing lingerie in the mirror, but they don't post that regularly, and motherfuckers be like, "Oh, damn, I wonder what she looked like. Let me go ahead and subscribe for this month."
How much are people paying for those sorts of subscriptions?
It depends.
So subscriptions could range from, I think on the low end, from like $6.99. It's like or like $5.99, the lowest, up to like $29.99, $30.99.
That's like weekly or monthly?
It's monthly.
Monthly?
It's all monthly.
It's like a Hulu account. Okay.
Not bad, huh?
It's more than a Hulu account.
For real.
It's way more than a Hulu account.
I could afford it.
For real. No.
Okay, do any of y'all have an OnlyFans account?
Yeah.
To create content myself.
Are you posting stuff? Yes.
No, I was just because I subscribe to like people's things.
You sound guilty. Oh, I was just looking. I didn't do nothing. I was just looking.
I do want to make one though. I'm not even gonna front.
You say you want to make one?
Hell yeah.
And post
bro, I got 2 of them. No.
Look, I'm already activities. I might as well get paid for it. I got lights and mirrors in my room. I can set the tripod.
No.
You're a photographer. Hey, you're a photographer.
Back to the topic of like other people. I just wanted to quickly ask. I didn't want to dive into what you wanted to be doing, and yeah. So Cameron has OnlyFans. I don't have an OnlyFans account, not as a viewer or a content creator.
Not yet.
I don't have an OnlyFans either. I had one as a viewer before, but not as a content creator.
Yeah, and I don't have one as a viewer or as a content creator. As of now, I'm playing. Yeah.
And this is not to say that I would never have one, because from what I was told by you all was that a lot of people have like cooking channels or whatever their hobby or their craft is. They have a channel for it, and if people want to subscribe, if it's, you know what I mean, because it's a subscription-based platform and you can actually make revenue from it, probably in an easier way than you could from like YouTube's really hard. And so like I can't say that one day I'd be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna start posting my little cooking with Lo videos on OnlyFans. It don't hurt.
It don't hurt. But like the thing with the OnlyFans is you want to have like a stable fan base already on some other social media platform like YouTube or Instagram, so you can like drive those people to your OnlyFans account. It's kind of like a Patreon in the sense, like Cameron said as well. Kind of similar to the same thing, where like you post like your exclusive stuff like on that OnlyFans or on that like Patreon account, so people can pay for it. Because like if they say again the same thing that your Instagram is giving you in that YouTube, then why would I pay any amount of money for that?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back to sex working. Because that is
right. Promo shot.
I would love to see. I already talked about it, but I would love to see this, like some stats on the breakdown of people who actually do, or actually like sex workers. That's their only source of income regardless of quarantine, and the amount of people who are out of work and who are doing this now. Do y'all know anyone who has started an OnlyFans account and is doing sex work?
I know a few people.
Wow.
A few. Wow.
I know.
I don't know anyone. Well, I mean, I could know someone, but I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Same.
Personally.
Same. Wow. Yeah, I don't know anyone either.
Content for one of them.
You said what?
I'm about to start shooting content for one of them.
Oh wow.
For that
That's
account?
deep.
For that account. So the deal is, instead of them paying for shoots and videos, I get 30% of their monthly revenue. So that's how I make my coin too.
Is it
okay?
How deep of the sex is it? Is it like, because sex industry, they call it like, you okay, Lord?
How deep is the
No.
Sorry, go
No,
ahead.
because I was asking, like, is it like just like modeling shoot, like just
So it's pictures of, fully nude pictures, maybe some masturbation videos, like whatever.
Does that make you uncomfortable, Cameron?
Wow, I would just go say that.
I don't think so.
You have
Cameron.
Huh?
It does not make
that doesn't
Cameron
make you
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable?
No.
Why would you be uncomfortable?
I just got uncomfortable thinking about it.
Why?
Because
It's
you in there,
uncomfortable. Like, yes, someone
So you've never watched porn?
No, no, here's the thing. What I'm saying is someone masturbating, that's like a very intimate, like someone's being very vulnerable, and that's a very, like, I don't know, I sitting there with my camera recording it, that's just hella awkward.
Oh, if I watch
that's
porn,
not awkward. Okay, but you're actually live and in person and up close and personal.
And it makes it better because I know I'm getting paid for it. Her monthly subscription is $25 a month.
Okay, but my question was just, are you uncomfortable with it? Apparently you're not. Abel, you sound like you would be uncomfortable with it. So let's get your take on this topic.
I for sure would be uncomfortable with it. But we're obviously, me and Cameron are different individuals. Like I don't know, he's more of a, I don't know, open to, again, he's getting paid for it, but even if I was to get paid for it, I don't know if I could imagine myself like just recording somebody masturbate in front of me.
But you also know the difference between Cameron and Abel is that I'm actually a shooter, and I've been doing it for years. So I know how to separate my work from my personal life. I've taken pictures of women nude, and it's just work.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like a nude photo, like nude photography, like I feel like that's totally different than pornography.
Actual photography.
I think it's different too, because I don't think as like a nude model as a like a porno star, because like I think whatever you are doing, like what's the purpose of it? Like a nude photo shoot, if the purpose of it isn't to get someone sexually aroused, it's for the art.
Right.
Whereas like for a porno, it's to like entice your sexual desires. So I see it as two different art forms.
That's not always the case, because I've done nude photo shoots where they're doing something for their spouse, which is to get them sexually aroused. So some of those pictures are very racy.
Yeah,
so
but
would you,
like,
Cameron?
Go, Bill.
I was gonna ask you, would you, let's say, she's like, oh, I'm involved, like my boyfriend in this too. Like they're about to do a little sexual activity, whatever. Would you be comfortable then?
I'm working.
All right, wow. I think I'm too childish because I couldn't. That's just too much. That is too much. But I get it, Cameron. I get it. If you're used to being in those sorts of situations, I understand why it would not make you uncomfortable. And like you said, like you're focused on your craft, and so I understand that. I
haven't been in those situations. I'm not uncomfortable with it.
So you would just bust out your little iPhone and go? No,
I'm talking about the difference, like creating one for someone, like recording it, and like me being like the star of the show. It's different. Like
But you wouldn't be uncomfortable recording?
No.
I would literally be behind the camera, just chuckling, and you know how I am, Rosha. I'd be
like if one of y'all asked me to like film y'all, I'd do it.
You would not get it.
You must really want me to do it. So I'm like, I'll do it. Like it doesn't. Like I don't see
the idea. This is how uncomfortable I would be. The idea of recording, even like let's say if I'm like trying to record myself with my girl or something. Even the idea of that is hella scary to me because it's like, damn, the video is gonna go out, I'm about to leak one day, and shit like that. But imagine a whole human in there talking about, I got y'all, like do y'all thing, and I'm here to record. Like or like vice versa, me being in there in somebody's privacy and be like, I got y'all, like I'm gonna record y'all.
That sounds creepy though. That sounds like it wasn't set up before.
You just brought up a good something I want to ask y'all then. How, like, at what point would you be willing to set up? Well, Cameron, we already know He said he would do it. But at what point, like, would you be like, okay, I don't have any money. This, that is under what circumstance would you possibly resort to making an account and I guess becoming a sex worker?
Right, I'm a sex worker.
I mean, look.
We're not talking to Cameron because we already know.
I'm pretty sure everybody in this chat then sent a nude or two. It's the same damn
I've
thing.
never sent a nude photo.
Really?
Yeah, I second that. Yeah, I second that, man. I'm a good Christian.
I've never sent a nude photo.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I don't trust the internet, bro.
Nude? No.
Wow, you are really conservative.
Maybe like a little bra or something,
Hey,
but not nude.
After
I'm with a Bell though. Like, it's scary. It's like you don't never know what.
Take your head off.
Right. You don't. That's the thing. You don't have to show your face.
Even still, it's like I know it's my body.
By association. Okay, so by association, if it's like I don't know, like your ex or something, and she like all of a sudden hella mad at you, and it starts like posting your shit, people gonna be like, oh, that's realistic. Like she dated him before, so even though your face is not on it, they're gonna be like,
that's
okay,
not me.
That's it.
That's not me.
I
wouldn't even want
that is me, and I look good. What's up?
That's not me.
On that shit.
Nah, bro.
On that shit.
I never seen that man before in my life.
Okay, so Rashad, would you ever, under any circumstance, become a sex worker?
I can't imagine myself becoming like. Someone had to pay me a lot of money in order for me to do it. I'm all for people. You know me. Do what you good at and stay in your lane. And a lot of people ain't good. I can't strip. There's not. I won't be that good at it. Like I'm just saying. And like doing all these sexual positions for hours on end under a camera. It's not. That's not my expertise. So I think people should do what they are good at. So and having sex for everyone's viewing pleasure is something I don't think I will be good at.
And it sounds to me, correct me if I'm wrong, but it also sounds like something you would not be comfortable with.
Oh yeah, I'm not comfortable with like me being in front of the camera doing.
I gotta get some out of the I gotta get some out of the oven. Keep talking.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be comfortable with me being on camera. I mean, that's not something I foresee for myself or want to do.
So would you let people watch you have sex? Like, there's no cameras, but people just want to watch.
That's even more creepier.
Right?
I don't find that creepy either. Like, if we all decide like, okay, you want to like watch and I like to see people watch me do it, then yes, I'll be fine with it.
Yeah. So would you be okay with people seeing you do it?
Like it's like if we like on camera, to me it's different. Like even like having a conversation with people in person versus on camera is two different things.
Yes.
So I think like if you have somebody watching you have sex, like you and your partner, and it's what we partake in, then yes. It also depends on who the person is who want to watch, who I'm with, what state of mind I'm in. But I can see some sort of scenario that I will be okay with that. Like
really?
I wouldn't be okay with that.
No.
No.
Like, what are they gonna be doing? Commenting? Like,
what?
No.
Just watch it.
They could be watching. They could be doing a whole bunch of stuff over there in the chair. That's your. You need to be over there focus on the person you with.
Yeah.
But I guess my question is like for people who do partake in that sort of thing is what are you gaining out of it? Is it so like the couples,
watching?
let's say a couple has an OnlyFans. No, not the people who are watching.
I get
what they're I get what they're
it's very clear.
Yeah, I get what they're after. But let's say a couple, an actual couple, and they're not two actors, right? An actual couple posting them having sex. What do you get out of that? If it's not just, oh, well, people are going to pay to see it, we can just take their money. Is there something else you're getting out of it? Like,
probably.
I feel like you're losing more than you gain.
Yeah.
Me personally.
Me
Go
too.
camera.
It's a bonding experience to say the least. Like
bonding.
Absolutely. Like,
who are you bonding with? Your audience?
Listen, Linda.
Come and get real close to me. Look at my
bonding experience. Sex is already a bonding thing. So then the fact that if we've never recorded ourselves having sex, we're going through this experience together. This is another step of intimacy that we're doing together.
But so is it intimate when you're sharing it with other people?
Yeah.
But that's
that for me, I feel like you're losing that.
So there's steps to it. You don't automatically just be like, oh, fuck it, we're going to make OnlyFans to do this. You have to feel that.
Not their steps. You need damn levels, child.
It is levels.
So like.
Okay, but I'm already at the level of sharing it with other people. What is going on there?
Well, at that point for them, it's already fun. They've clearly been doing it. So why not make money from it? Fuck it. Ain't nobody, and there's no way anybody outside of our relationship can look at this and break us apart. At that point, we're stronger than ever.
Yeah, but I get like, okay, let's say you're recording videos for your own personal library.
Right. So like, what's the point of like you creating cooking videos with Dustin? What's the point of it?
What's the point of it?
What's the point of it?
Yeah. What do you?
I enjoy my cooking videos. People seem to enjoy my cooking videos. That's
the
fine.
Same thing. That's the answer.
No, it's cooking. You cannot compare cooking to sex.
No, it's the point of like you making a video of it. Like
I can go to work and show my cooking video. You ain't going to work and showing your sex.
Depends on where I work at.
Why?
Okay, but do any of you work in the porn industry?
No,
so don't give me that argument. It's where I work at, Roshad. You gonna go to work and show you little?
No, I'm not what you specifically work at. He can. I'm not doing that. But I'm saying like the point of creating like videos with someone. Like, what's the point of anyone? People make videos all the time. And
Dustin don't even be in my video. He don't.
I don't know. I don't watch the story.
We're talking about the cooking one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, damn, Dustin don't be in them. I gotta talk about.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, people make because it's fun for them. Like, I don't understand. Like, it don't have to be like a deep reason for people to create these things. Like, even like we like film ourselves and we watch it ourselves, I think that is fine. I think if we film it and like someone could get some sort of entertainment from it, I think that's fine.
But that's when I feel like you are like, I don't know. It's like it's no longer valuable or treasured or precious when you are doing it for entertainment for someone else. Like,
see, but that's the thing. You're thinking of it from a standpoint of we're doing this strictly for entertainment. You neglect the fact that they've already been doing this. This is fun for them. This is entertainment for them. So why not make money from it if we already gonna do it anyway?
But I don't think we can make that assumption that that's the case for everyone.
I don't think you can either.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. But I'm saying Cameron is making this case that they're doing it for fun, and it's like, okay, well, we could just share this with other people. We were already having fun with it, and I get that. But I feel like some people, it's like, we don't really, like, most relationships now, let's keep it real. A lot of people are not that comfortable in their relationships.
How do you know?
And we can't make
this is just most people aren't. You really think a lot of people are just like that 100% comfortable with their relationship and their sex life and this and that? Like, the majority of people aren't. I'm like, let's be real. You don't really think, why is it not fair?
Because you're making this assumption saying most people aren't. But when I said that most people are comfortable enough to do it beforehand, you said you can't make that assumption. But you can make
how about? I'm
gonna try
to put it this way. I think when it comes to OnlyFans as a couple, right? It's just like any other couple will have different vibes on what's their boundary and what's not. Obviously, people are gonna have their own kind of like comfortability with like, yeah, we can do this, we can record ourselves, and we can share it, and we can make money off of it, whatever. But I would like to think, I'm not saying most people are. I would like to think that majority people are not doing that. Okay? And some people are doing that. I'm saying some as in couples are that have OnlyFans and they interact and stuff like that. Because the reason I say most people are not doing that is because, let alone recording yourself and you being hella intimate with your partner and sharing it, like just sex is hella like a taboo subject in our society. Like it's like you don't even talk about it. Well, again, I think
we
said what?
Podcast dedicated to sex.
Right. Like what? This is not the fucking 70s. Sex is not taboo until
Still,
I think it's
it
not
is.
as taboo.
No,
It's a
I
little
get what
taboo.
you're saying, Abel.
Yeah, so I
No,
think
sex
people
and
are
social
still.
media
It ain't like you said what?
sex and social media go hand in hand. It is not
But again,
taboo.
it's this veil, right? People are comfortable talking about anything online. They will make
Yeah.
threats to people. They will say a lot of racist shit. Like people
Yeah.
do that online. So online personas, I don't even count that when I think of what people are comfortable with. How are you in real life, right? Most
Yeah.
people a lot of times would not talk about. Most people aren't going around talking about sex
Yeah.
and this and that.
Just
And
like
That is
there's
true.
hella people. There's hella people on Twitter that would talk hella nasty and crazy. In real life, they're hella reserved and like just a normal person. And it's just like people put out this persona.
okay, this
No,
normal people
you know
talk
what I
about
meant.
sex, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, online people just have a different layer to them, or like they put up a front. So yeah, but I think that's what I was saying is like I would like to think at least majority of people are not like sharing their intimate relationships online and stuff because
That's
it's not
true.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, everyone's
so
not out here making sex tapes. That is absolutely
exactly because it ain't
Those that
for
are comfortable
everybody.
doing
I
it.
think.
right. It's like it's a job. I'm like everybody not here, not doing a whole bunch of stuff. I'm like a certain percentage of people make sex tapes, but I
Yeah,
think it
I
should
think
be noted is that how we all like view sex differently, right? Like
Mhm.
because like Lauren and like Avell like are in the camp that like sex is like a very intimate thing between two
Sacred thing.
sacred, where I don't always see it like that. I think because like now every time people have sex, it's not always this intimate sacred thing. Not all the time. Like people have sex,
Yeah, sure.
like people have sex with people they don't know, people don't even know their name, a whole bunch of stuff. So like obviously like some people couldn't like have different like compartment in their head of like how they view sex and who it's with and how it's different, how it's intimate with this person or intimate in this setting and not in these very different settings. And people are able to like do that. So when you say like, oh, this is my body is intimate, like people who make porn, they like in their head, they like know it's a job.
Yeah.
So and this is
See,
like
and I think that's probably the thing. It's not sex specifically, but more so like how I view my body. And like you said, the fact that you can use your body, like in that way, as your job, like I don't think I ever could because it's my body.
right.
Like I can't sell my body. That's
Right.
how I see it. So like when I think of like all these other people doing it, it doesn't even I can't even fathom like how someone can get to that point because that's where I'm coming from.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like when you like view it as your body, because like sex and body can be like viewed as two like separate things, like how you view sex and how you like view your body. So like once you put like your body bring that into the forefront, like it changes the game a little bit. Because like I'm all for people doing what they're doing, but like how I view my body is like, different. That's why I wouldn't want to be in front of the camera and stuff like that, because I want like my body for like me. But like
Yeah.
I'll be behind it. Right.
Camera be behind it, in front of it, on the side of it.
On top of it, child.
That's the crazy part. Like, I really don't like being in front of the camera, but for OnlyFans, for like, I would. I don't care.
Your
Why
face in it and
OnlyFans?
all.
Because no, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Because I don't have to act. It's an act where I'm being myself. Like on this podcast, I can be in front of the camera because I'm myself. But like if I'm in front of the camera to where like I gotta like take pictures, that's not me. I don't feel comfortable doing that. If I gotta act and say some dialogue that's not my words, I don't feel comfortable doing that. That's what like acting and modeling and shit like that.
But having your dang-a-lang out, you feel comfortable doing? That's real vulnerable, child.
It's an act that I already feel comfortable doing, and I do it anyway.
When I sit posing, taking a picture
in front of people.
I've had sex with people before.
You're telling me you would rather make a video of yourself doing shit sexually than acting a script out?
Yes, because I've done that before, and acting a script out is uncomfortable because I haven't done it enough.
Wow,
that's interesting.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I can't help him with that one. I was like,
I don't need help. I mean, that's just who I am.
I know it seems like two extremes. Like you uncomfortable with taking a picture, but like you're going and bust it wide open. It's just like, oh,
would you?
Hey, I do what I'm good at.
Go ahead, Bill.
I was gonna ask Cameron if they pay you, if not even if they pay, but if you know the salary of like male porn stars, would you do it then? Would you become one?
No, because at that point it's work. I do it for free.
Got you. Oh, okay.
Like what I'm doing now, I'm doing it right. But the fact that I can put it on OnlyFans and make money from it, I'm controlling it. You know
so OnlyFans is more of like an entrepreneurial like spirit behind it, rather than like working for someone else.
Fucking every day. Yeah, no.
Right.
I'm not doing it.
Got you.
But you don't need OnlyFans to do that. You can do it by yourself.
Right. Sex isn't work to me. Sex is fun to me. So
I know, but I think once you actually start doing it from the camera, it's different.
I'll change. It might.
Then you make money.
Because pause, keep it up. Let's change this light and don't you move. Let me go up under. That's different. It's not as enjoyable. Like it's different. It's hotter.
So then also too, like, okay, going back to the OnlyFans thing, as you mentioned, Roshad, about like having a fan base or following on another platform and bringing them in, like to grow your OnlyFans platform. If you start posting content on there, like say you post one video, then there's an expectation, right, that you would continue to post content at a certain cadence, da-da-da-da-da. So then at what point does it feel like what you're doing is no longer just like, oh, I'm doing this for fun, and I'm actually having to keep up with what my subscribers want, you know?
Right, that is true. As I was doing some research, like people like who make these OnlyFans like on the upper echelon. I think it was one lady, which is because I ain't got no chops facts this time because I couldn't find too many. But it was this one lady who was like one of the highest paid content creators. Her name was like Monica Holt or whatever. Like, and she make like these sexual explicit content, and she make like over $100K a year. But she's like, it's a full-time job doing this and making like that much money, because like OnlyFans, like one reason OnlyFans like became so popular is that you can interact with the performer or the content creator. That's different than like other like sites. Like yeah, so you can like DM them, you can comment them, you can like send them extra tips and stuff like that, and they can like respond to you. They say happy birthday, anything like that, and it's more of a connection between a content creator and like the viewers. So like, I'm in there every day, like talking to people. They send her tips. She said, and she's like, does it all day, every day, and that's how she can secure that bag of having like $100K every year. And like she charges like $6.50 per month, which is like kind of like on the lower end, because like you get these celebrities flocking to her, like Erica and Safari, and Erica Mena charges $29.99 a month, and Safari charges $20.99 a month. But I haven't looked at theirs, but I can assume they're making like sexually explicit content. I'm pretty sure to me it would be things like already on their Instagram. I would.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah, we have 5 minutes.
Okay, well, we're gonna use these little 5 minutes. But okay, so during this whole quarantine, like a lot of people have been out of work, which we already talked about, but that includes everyone, especially like people who typically been paid, like these Erica Menas, Black China's, like a lot of these people, they get paid to like host club events. Appearances, right? Ain't no club events. They're not making no appearances. They're not making any money. So now they've turned to OnlyFans. However, they have made the argument, some of them, like Erica Mena, as far as that they don't need the money. But in reality, we know that they do need.
Reality stars always say they don't need the money.
This is true.
They all say that on every other show. I don't need this.
Safari writes
But I
music.
mean,
He might not need it.
He write what?
He writes music too, so he might not need it.
who's listening?
Whose music?
And yeah, who's
No, he don't write music for people?
Not like that.
Damn.
I thought he was writing early.
Well, I don't know who. Maybe he does. I mean, I hope he does. Get,
He make his own
whatever.
music now.
Good for him. But if this is a thing that so many people are doing, and if it's like if that's how you get some coins, I don't understand where's the shame in that.
We don't understand the
because
shame.
if you not shame, you don't feel shame about getting paid to just go to a club. Why feel shame about posting content on OnlyFans? For them people, it's like, okay, if you're not making club appearances, this is your new.
Who said they were shameful though?
When you try to deny that you need, like,
Oh, you're not doing this for like,
oh no, I think the shame comes in. It's like because I'm broke. Is the shame?
Well, no one said that. We don't know if they broke.
No, like I don't got no money.
You
The
need
sex
money.
part isn't the shameful part, or like the content. The shameful part is like, oh, you think I'm doing this because I need money. If that's the part they feel shameful about, not the fact that I'm like selling my body in a sense.
But isn't that the reason we do any sort of work engagements is to get paid?
Well, anytime anybody do any type of work is to get some type of fun.
You enjoy, hopefully you enjoy what you do, but you still, like, at the end of the day, I want to get paid for what I do. Like,
it helps.
Yeah.
But people do a lot of stuff. But people do a lot of stuff for free. Like, I'm just saying.
That's true.
Yeah, they do. A lot of people do stuff for free already. I'm like, because people do stuff like this on Snapchat and stuff like, and sometimes you don't get paid for that stuff either unless you could do a Snapchat premium account where people can go in and see that stuff. But people on Twitter, like you see stuff on Twitter too, and you don't get paid off that.
No.
Right. So
right. And in those cases, I'm with Cameron, where it's like, okay, well, if you're doing that already, you should get paid for it. Like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's stupid not to.
I think it's a stigma.
No offense to anyone.
I think it's a stigma behind when you actually get paid for something.
But you see, that's what doesn't make sense to me.
It don't make sense because people are like, oh, she's a whore and she's a prostitute. I'm like,
I'd
rather you be a prostitute than a whore.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't make sense. It's like if you're already doing it, you're a dumb. This is mean to people who are doing stuff.
Lauren, don't do it. You don't want to get dragged in the comments now.
No, because I don't mean that, but I'm just saying, like, you should think about it, and you shouldn't feel shame. Like, it's different too. I think there's a big difference between this sex work online than it is like actually a sex worker on the street, like being a prostitute. Like, you're not actually having sex with people, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, I know, but go, Cameron.
No, you're not having sex with random people. At least you having sex.
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it can be too. You still have sex.
9 times out of 10, there's somebody you know already.
Mm-hmm. But riddle me this.
Okay.
So, like, if you like, about to like have sex with somebody, right? And they, like, you have sex with them, like a one night stand type of thing, and then you wake up, they leave, and you notice there's like a couple $100 that they left for you on the nightstand. Are you offended or not?
I'm offended because you thought I was a prostitute.
But like, but it's okay if I thought she was a whore.
No, because why does it have to be you think I'm a whore? If we
because
both
if I'm having sex with you for that one night stand, that's whorish behavior.
No. If we both decided we wanted, because it should be the case that the only reason you both are laying down is because you both are actually wanting to have sex, right?
Right.
It's consensual.
Yeah, if you're
so,
in bed with somebody.
Whatever's going in your mind.
But if I met you at a bar and we sipping, we come back home, we kick it, and then work in the morning, you leave. You know, we barely know each other, and then I notice you leave me some money on the nightstand.
That's what I'm saying. You thought I was a prostitute. Otherwise, if you just leave,
but
it's
I was
like,
already thinking you was a
I'm
little
glad you left. Okay, but that's fine. I don't have to see you again.
Because you didn't have to leave money. If I was sleeping, you woke up, you could have dipped.
Yes, and that's normal.
The fact that you left money, I'm good enough for you to be like, you know what? Here you go. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So you would rather be a whore than a prostitute?
No, it's normal for people to have one night stands. That's what I'm saying. And that makes you a whore?
Yes.
So have one night stands, sleeping around with people? That's whorish behavior.
No, if somebody,
What?
no, what I'm saying is somebody meets somebody and they're like, they like them, they hook up, whatever, fine. That happens. One night stands happen. I'm not going to shame nobody for that. But then you pay somebody.
But so you out here shaming prostitutes then?
Huh?
So you
No, I'm not shaming prostitutes. But I'm saying, like, if someone paid me without, like, why would you think I'm a prostitute if I did not approach you in that way? You know what I'm saying?
Why would you think I'm a whore? Because I just had sex with you.
Where is this coming from? No one thinks they're a whore. You're the one who's saying they're a whore.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm like, let's be real. Having one night stands with people is whorish, sluttish behavior.
That's how it
See, but this is another topic too.
Men or women, both.
This is another topic.
It is another topic. Okay. Okay, close us out because we're done with the OnlyFans and stuff. Let's close it out.
Yeah, clearly we can keep going on about this, but I hope y'all enjoyed the conversation. Please have this conversation. Think about it yourself. Talk to us about it.
Would you rather be a whore or a prostitute?
No, first of all, that's another conversation. Nobody's a whore.
So when we actually talk about it, we have some data and some facts.
Yeah, Bella whore.
Don't play me. I knew he was gonna say that too. Don't play me.
He's 24. He should be.
Right.
No, I'm not. I'm not a whore or I'm not a prostitute.
Okay,
it is okay, just not for me.
Thank you for tuning into Next Topic Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. You can watch the video. You can follow me on Instagram at CoolKey, COOLKEYES.
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at shots_space. That's SHADS_SPACE.
You can follow me on everything and OnlyFans at Clicks Podcast. KLICS. Fuck it, I might as well start my shit now.
Yo, this nigga hella funny. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Abby Russ. ABIIRUSS. No OnlyFans for me, sir.
I'm gonna make OnlyFans for Next Topic. Fuck it.
No.
Okay. See you next time.
Clink that link.
Toodaloo. Bye.